This evening, MARAD urges operators to register boats and become licensed. Canadian firms eye investment opportunities in rapidly growing Guyana. Former media worker pleads guilty to cocaine trafficking charge. In the region, Nicaragua frees 222 political prisoners, sends them to US. And internationally, hope and despair as search for QUAKE survivors continues. Welcome to this edition of Channel 2's Headline News Update. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, boat operators, captains, bowmen, and owners traversing the Essequibo and Mazaruni rivers on Thursday, February 9th were stopped and checked for documentations by officers from the Maritime Administration Department with support from the Guyana Coast Guard. Notably, the exercise was not meant to penalize anyone. Instead, it was a compliance survey. As vessels were stopped during transit on the rivers, the team conducted quick inspections for life vests, boat registration or license, captain license, bowman badges, and worthiness of the vessels, and what was unearthed were many cases of non-compliance with the maritime law. Defaulting operators were advised that operating vessels without the requisite compliance is a breach of the maritime law, which must be adhered to at all times, and errant and non-compliant operators will be fined and prosecuted accordingly. Meanwhile, during the Bartic visit, Director of Maritime Safety Captain Courtney McDonald and Safety Clerk Quaislin David took the opportunity to conduct a training exercise for individuals who were desirous of obtaining a bowman or bowwoman badge, a river navigation license, a boatmaster grade 3 license, or a certificate of competency. This initiative of the Maritime Administration Department will continue throughout the country, especially in riverine areas with a school population. Parents and community leaders are also advised to contact MARAD if they have any questions or queries on marine safety regulations. Also making headlines, yesterday, the senior finance minister within the office of the president, Dr. Ashley Singh, announced that the government had made its first drawdown this year from the Natural Resource Fund in accordance with the Natural Resource Fund Act 2021, following the passage of Budget 2023 in the National Assembly last week. The minister indicated that pursuant to Section 16 of the NRF Act 2021, $200 million or equivalent to 41.6 billion Ghana dollars has been transferred from the NRF to the Consolidated Fund to finance national development priorities. In keeping with the NRF Act 2021, over $600 million was withdrawn in 2022 to finance national development priorities, and as part of the Budget 2023 progress, parliamentary approval was granted for just over $1 billion to be transferred during the fiscal year 2023. On January 1st, 2022, the NRF Act 2021 came into operation to provide transparency and accountability for the overall management of Guyana's natural resource wealth for present and future generations. In other development, the rapid economic growth of Guyana, driven by the booming oil and gas sector and investments in other sectors, has caught the attention of Canadian companies looking to capitalize on the available opportunities. Mark Borman, Canada's High Commissioner to Guyana, recently spoke about Ghana's transformation, describing it as phenomenal. Borman explained that although the oil and gas sector plays a major role in the transformation, the government's ambitious plan to develop other sectors is an integral part of it. He highlighted that investments in health, education, and other sectors for 2023 would present newer opportunities and applauded the government's attractive incentives for investments. Canadian companies are looking to invest in sectors such as mining, agriculture technology, healthcare, renewable energy, green technology, and infrastructure. There is also major interest in the oil and gas sector, with over 20 Canadian companies set to attend the 4-day Energy Conference and Expo 2023, which will be held at the Guyana Marriott Hotel from February 14th to 17th. The commissioner stressed that the companies are not just limited to the oil and gas sector, with some renewable energy and tech companies from the East Coast also participating in the event. The High Commissioner urged foreign companies to take advantage of these opportunities and visit Guyana, highlighting that personal contact is essential. Nicaragua returned CXC Awards 2022 Top Regional Performers for CSEC and Cape, and former media worker pleads guilty to cocaine trafficking charge.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Welcome back. Updating a story we brought to you in 2022, former media worker Zinil Williams has pleaded guilty to a cocaine trafficking charge after months of denying the accusation. Williams appeared before the Diamond Grove Magistrates Court earlier today, where she admitted to trafficking 9.6 kilograms of cocaine at the Chedijagan International Airport on April 22, 2022. Initially, Williams was charged along with Anil Suku, a former officer of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, and Guyana Revenue Authority officer Shamika Caesar. However, after changing her plea to not guilty in May 2022, Williams was now once again admitted to her wrongdoing. According to reports, Williams was caught at the airport with 7.9 kilograms of cocaine concealed in her laptop bag while attempting to board a JetBlue flight destined for the United States. She was arrested and taken to Canoe headquarters, where 1.6 kilograms of cocaine was found strapped to her body. The matter has been adjourned until February 27, 2023. We will keep you updated when new information in this ongoing investigation becomes available. Also in the news, on Wednesday, regional top performers at the 2021-2022 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination and Caribbean Secondary School Certificate exams were recognized during a virtual award ceremony hosted by the Caribbean Examinations Council. Guyana was awarded for their exceptional performances in several categories, including natural science, technical and vocational studies, humanities, science, and business. The country's top students expressed gratitude and happiness at being recognized for their achievements. CXC Registrar and CEO Dr. Wayne Wesley emphasized that CXC is dedicated to creating qualifications and opportunities for all students exiting the secondary education system. The award ceremony was a testament to the Council's commitment to recognizing and encouraging students' achievement. Parents and family members of the award recipients expressed their pride and happiness at their loved ones' accomplishment. They credited hard work and dedication as the key factors behind their success. Don't go away after the break. Hope and despair as search for QUAKE survivors continues, and Zelensky thanks EU leaders for supporting Ukraine.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. The Nicaraguan government has released nearly all of its political prisoners. Following the release, they were flown to the United States. The Nicaraguan judiciary says they were traitors who were being deported. Al Jazeera's Shahib Radtansi reports.
Friends and family of the released prisoners gathered at Washington's Dulles airport to greet them. Both they and those who landed in the U.S. expressed their surprise at what had happened.
We were obviously not told that we were going to be freed. We realized it when they gave us our clothes at night and took us to another cell. They took us in some buses without knowing where we were going.
Among the prisoners, those who led the 2018 protests against the government and those with connections to NGOs that received U.S. funding, accused of attempting to overthrow President Daniel Ortega. The opposition and the U.S. have maintained that these were civil society figures attempting democratic change through the ballot box. Following their release, Ortega said there had been no deal with the U.S.
When they came to ask what our interest was, we said none. Let them take them, that's all. It was not about negotiating. We are not asking for sanctions to be lifted. We are not asking for anything in return. It is a matter of honor, dignity, patriotism, and for them to take their mercenaries away.
The U.S. State Department also said this was a unilateral decision by the Nicaraguan government, however added it was also the product of concerted American diplomacy and that the channels of communication were open between the two countries.
This action opens the door to discussion of other matters of mutual concern. The United States remains committed to a dialogue with the government of Nicaragua on these and other matters and will continue to support the Nicaraguan people.
It's not clear yet where this détente may lead, though members of the Nicaraguan government and Ortega and his family are under sanction by the U.S. government. Shia Bertansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Internationally, Ukraine's president has received a standing ovation at the European Parliament. Vladimir Zelensky thanked leaders for their support in Ukraine's war with Russia and repeated his message that Ukraine needs more military aid. Al Jazeera's diplomatic editor James Bass reports.
On the third stage of his brief surprise European tour, after trips to London and Paris, President Zelensky flew with the French President Emmanuel Macron to Brussels. In the capital of the European Union, he was again repeating the same message. Thanks for all your help, but Ukraine still needs more.
Slava Ukraini!
He told a packed session of the European Parliament that Ukraine's home in the future is as part of Europe.
We
are moving closer to the European Union. Ukraine will be a member of the European Union. Ukraine that is winning will be a member of the European Union that is winning.
After standing ovations in the Parliament, a short drive away, he was again greeted with applause by the leaders of all the EU's 27 nations. When he sat down with them, he laid out his specific requests.
We need artillery guns, ammunition, modern tanks, long-range missiles, modern aircraft.
At a news conference, President Zelensky wouldn't detail the responses he's received to his wish list, but he said the conversations have been constructive. He also stressed that time is critical, with a new Russian offensive expected in the coming weeks. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Brussels.
And finally, at least 21,000 rescuers are desperately searching for survivors of Monday's earthquake in Hatay province in southeastern Turkey. They are still searching for signs of life amid the ruins of the region's villages, towns and cities. Al Jazeera's Bernard Smith reports.
When the whistle blows, hopes rise. There are at least 21,000 rescue personnel still looking and listening for signs of life among the ruins of the villages, towns and cities of Hatay in southeastern Turkey. Survivors are desperate for something to show that a loved one may still be alive. Where buildings have pancaked in seconds, there's a chance someone has been tossed into a gap. Medeni Demir has been a rescuer for 7 years and owns a construction company.
We need to take advantage of the first 72 hours to rescue people alive. Unfortunately, people don't know what to do when earthquakes happen. They don't know what to look for in a house before they purchase one. Is it durable? How is it built? If you buy 30 to 40-year-old houses with renovated facades, this is what is going to happen to them.
Iskenderun's port is on fire. Swathes of the city are without electricity, running water and sanitation. 4 days after the quakes hit this city, Tens of thousands are now homeless.
My cousin and my brother-in-law are in here. We've been waiting for 3 days. Today they rescued a girl and her mother. Yesterday they found the bodies of 3 people. Our pain is great. I can't express it enough.
They'll sleep tonight in one of the thousands of tents the Turkish government has shipped in.
The biggest challenge for us is the relatives of the victims. We need to tell them what we are doing while we are carrying out the rescue operation. They want to interfere and do things. We are unable to control the rescue area.
The rescuers know that time is now running out to find any more survivors.
There is so much death here, and on a scale I think people still find incomprehensible that people really cling to any hope there is even this long after the initial earthquake, and that is why here again they're hoping for a minor miracle.
But there wasn't. There are perhaps thousands of times when rescuers' hopes rise only to be dashed again. But the search for survivors hasn't been called off yet, when there are still parts of this country waiting for the first rescue teams to arrive. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Iskandarun.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-minute forecast. This concludes today's Headline News Update. Tune in again next week, Monday at 7 p.m. with our next broadcast. For more news and updates, you can visit our Facebook and YouTube pages. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other and do have a wonderful weekend.